in your book, you talk about two aspects, and I'm trying to understand it. A causal orderedness and creation in time.
Yes. That is not, I'm not talking about that. That's in the end of Jung's Synchronicity paper. There he says, a causal orderedness is a just so order which has no cause. That would be, for instance, radioactive decay. You cannot say why it takes so and so much time for uranium to halve into lead. You can only say that's a just so story. It is so. It's an exact law. It's a law of nature. We can go on it. We can even date things according to it. But why it is that and not another number, we don't know. That is a causal orderedness. Now, that is not synchronicity. That's everywhere. A causal orderedness is a widespread appearance in nature. And the same in the mind. For instance, 6 is a number where you can add 1, 2, 3 and you get 6, or you can multiply 1 times 2 times 3 and you get 6. It's the only number where you can do that. Now, if you say why, you can't give a cause. You can only say it is obviously so. Our mind functions so. Even the greatest idiot will have to admit it is so. Because our mind is structured to believe it is so. But we can't give a cause. We can't explain it further. So there is a causal orderedness in the mind, in the psyche, of which numbers are the natural numbers are beautiful examples, and there's a causal orderedness in physics. And those would be all certain numerical laws. Or for instance, why is the light speed that much and not more or less? You can only say that light speed is that speed. You cannot say why. So that is a causal orderedness. Now, synchronicity would be the same thing, but a creation in time, that something new happens in time. Well, let's invent a synchronistic event. Let's say I am going to a shop and I choose a blue frock and I have some changes made and they should send it next week. I lose in the meantime a near relative and when the box arrived, it's a black frock. Now, that's a synchronicity. It suits the theme of death and that I get by mistake a black frock instead of a blue frock. That's a so-called synchronistic event. Something which is purely in my inside, that I'm hit by the death of somebody, also appears in the outer world in this era of getting a black frock. That the death hasn't caused the saleswoman to send me a black frock. There's no causal connection. It's just a synchronicity. That has been created on the spot, so to speak, that event. That's not a regular event. You don't, every time you lose, your relatives get black things sent to you by mistake. You see? That's a unique event, which will not repeat itself, very likely. So there, magical thinking would say a ghost made it, or God made it. And then it's very simple. Magical thinking explains it quite clearly. Fate did it. But if you don't think in magical causality, fate did it, God did it, an imp did it. When you really try, then they say it is an act of creation in time.
What is a causal orderedness? This term was coined by Carl Jung to describe the kind of meaningful patterning that arises outside of linear cause and effect. It's the backbone of his theory of synchronicity. A causal, not cause in the mechanistic Newtonian sense. Orderedness, still patterned, structured, and meaningful. So while causal events follow a chain, A causes B, a causal orderedness refers to meaningful coincidences, events that are connected by symbolic resonance, not physical causality. Core features of synchronicity. A causal connection. The events are not linked by cause and effect, but by symbolic resonance. Meaningful timing. The coincidence feels physically charged, often arriving at a moment of emotional or spiritual significance. Archetypal patterning. The events often reflect unconscious archetypes surfacing into awareness. Jung described it as the moment when the inner world, psyche, and the outer world, matter, mirror each other, like a dream that manifests in real life or a symbol that appears both in your thoughts and in the world around you.